did that loss hurt CP's resume? The question got to be now, is what Jimmy Butler does in the playoffs, is that helping his resume? You know what I mean? Because Jimmy Butler has had 5 40-point games in his career, right? In his playoff career. None of them have happened in the regular season. He's had 5 40-point games in his career. None have happened in the regular season. So when you get to the postseason, Jimmy Butler, he's a machine. Now, let's turn that to this current postseason. He's had 3 of them. He had a 40-point triple-double in the finals. Not sure where the 5th one came from. But they're all at big, crucial moments. And let's not forget, when I ask you, is he a superstar? Let's not forget 2 years removed, him playing that Lakers team in the bubble. Of course, he had the one huge game of the 40-point triple-double, but he also played well throughout that series. Now, the game following that 40-point triple-double, he had no energy, he had no legs, he was off. But he had a great series that whole time. So factor that in. Factor in every team he goes to, he's arguably the best player on that team. He goes to the Timberwolves. This is the first time the Timberwolves have been back to the playoffs without Jimmy Butler since like that 2016, was it? It was something like that. He goes to Philly. They break that team up to keep Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. You heard how he felt about that leaving the arena. But they break that team up and they lose on a Game 7 buzzer beater to the defending champions. He made that team way better. So when you look at Jimmy's track record, he went to Miami. In his first season in Miami, he went to the finals. I remember because he said something in the summer about like everybody's looking at it like he can't hoop, like he's not a good player. I remember that. Another guy for the Miami Heat who came out and spoke this offseason, Tyler Hero. He said, honestly, I should be in the same category with Trae Young and Luka Doncic and Ja Morant and all those guys. He came out and he won Most Improved Player. It's a culture thing over there. Jimmy, this postseason, is averaging 30 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, he had 41 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. The first time a player has ever had those kind of numbers since steals and blocks were counted. He only missed 7 total shots. And then when you factor in Jimmy Butler, right? DeMar DeRozan was in MVP talks this season because he had multiple 40 balls, and a lot of it was from the mid-range and getting to the free throw line and layups. He's an old-fashioned bucket getter, make tough shots. Him and Jimmy Butler in that same category as they don't play pretty. Jimmy Butler does not fit any of the new stereotypical basketball. He doesn't shoot threes. He's a two-way, so two-ways are always a little more under-glorified or whatever word I'm looking for, but he doesn't get the most praise. He's a two-way. And then you factor in, and he's just a gritty player. So once you factor all that in, that's not what a lot of people would label a superstar, right? The way Jimmy Butler is, a lot of people wouldn't label that a quote-unquote superstar. But in fact, he plays hard. In any of the biggest moments, he's there for his team. I just mentioned a 40-point triple-double in the finals. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, he has 41. He's had 5 40-point games, 3 this postseason. When it's money time, Jimmy Butler's there. So he makes every team better, just like Chris Paul. He hasn't won a championship either, but if you go to the finals 2 out of the 4 years, you're in pretty good company.